Hello, everybody. I shaved my beard. Um, Actually, no, I didn't shave my beard. The wife wanted romance, and it rubbed off due to friction. So, um, I guess today, I was reminded of this because lots of storm days this last week, lots of white stuff flying in the air. No, I don't live at Epstein's Island, but it's winter, so we lots of lots of the white stuff all over everything. So with that, my kids wanted to, well, they had to stay home because there was no school, and I stayed home because I made, uh, because my employment is not that reliable, so I had no work anyway. So yeah, we stayed home, we watched cartoons, and we played video games. Um, so today we're going to be talking about cartoons. Um, Now I know that I seem like a bit of a autistic person with now I can make autistic jokes. A medical professional told me I was autistic once, so I can make jokes. Don't worry about it. Um, so yeah, like how some autistic people, they're like 40 years old and they still watch cartoons, because that's like the one thing they cling on to. Well, I still cling on to it, but it's just because I like cartoons. Um, when I was little, we had three channels. We had CBC, which is basically a mixture of hockey and government-run propaganda. We had CTV, which is basically it took all of the programming from ABC and NBC in the States and just broadcast it. But with a couple other things like my boy Steve Murphy and commercials for Pete's Fruitique. Um, and then we had global television, which is basically uh all they did was just take whatever was on Fox and upload it. So it was just like you had like everything. You had Simpsons, you had X-Files, you had NYPD Blue, you had everything. And if you stayed up until past 11, you'd get the naughty stuff. And by that I mean news reports. Oh, excuse me. So basically, we had those three channels. The only time we would ever get another channel is if once in a blue moon. So like we live in Nova Scotia, once in a blue moon, if Thor get his panties in his twist and lightning, we had like a thunderstorm, it would kind of carry the signal from Boston, and we would get a good amount of cartoons that way. I remember one time there was thunder and lightning out, um, and RoboCop the cartoon came on, and we got to watch that. Now, again, mind you, um, it was it was over the air transmission, so just like COVID, it just came in through the air, and we caught it luckily. Um, so yeah, like the bunny ears, like little, and yeah, that's what we had. When we were younger, you didn't have cartoons on all the time. The kids today are with spoiled with everything, being able to just watch any cartoon ever made anytime you want, 24/7, with streaming and DVD releases and all that. But back in the day, you had two chances to watch cartoons. You could watch it at 5 in the morning before you get on the bus, which is what I did. Bugs Bunny and I think Ninja Turtles would play on early in the morning, and that was on CTV. But if you went on like CBC, which is basically the Canadian equivalent of PBS, um, you would get like the kids programming like Sesame Street, um, Whimsy's House, or some other stupid stuff. Um, the only good cartoon I would see on meant for kids programming was like Arthur, which is pretty dope. Um, that was my one exposure to anime growing up. We got to watch Dragon Ball, uh, and I thought it was pretty cool because he fought giant monsters and stuff. But looking back on it now, there's a surprising amount of baby dick on Dragon Ball, like an uncomfortable amount of Japanese baby dicks are on Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, get rid of the baby dicks, but Dragon Ball, too much baby dick. Like enough to make too much baby dick. It would make Epstein go, "That's quite enough, good sir." That's right. I'm making Epstein jokes. because I'm like 6 years behind on this party. I only found out who Epstein was this year because my mom said something about it. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm pretty shut off from the world, to be honest. I don't have Facebook. I don't have anything like that. So I only ever get to hear about uh, world events uh, from my boy Travis and Tyler and Matt because they send me the meme. They send me the memes. But anyways, yes, getting off track here. So yeah, we watched Dragon Ball. Um, and what else did we have? We had Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny came on every Saturday at like 4 o'clock. The Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. That was my cartoon growing up. Um, and what else did we watch? Uh, we had Batman the Animated Series. We had Gargoyles, and I said Ninja Turtles already, I think. But like when I started watching Ninja Turtles, it was like 1995. It was right when the Ninja Turtles cartoons kind of started to suck a little bit. Um, like they didn't even have Shredder in it at that point. Like the guy who played Shredder was like the Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince, and when he started making that Fresh Prince money, he was like, peace. So like I remember on Ninja Turtles at that point, it was like some weird alien, like Lord something. I don't remember. I remember the intros to the cartoons had like the movies kind of kind of mixed in with it for some reason. And it was weird because watching Ninja Turtles now, the later seasons, like April would go on the internet. It was like, I really hope she doesn't Google her own name because there are some, there are certainly some defiled images of April O'Neil online now. But anyway, um, that's what I had. And now the only other times I really get to watch cartoons, my grandparents had basic cable. Now, when I say basic cable, it was 50 channels. Half of it was like you had Fox, PBS, CBC, CTV, ABC, NBC, all that. But we had what we call in Canada, we had Teletoon and we had YTV. Teletoon had all the cool, like Bugs Bunny and uh, all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons and stuff like that. But YTV had the cool stuff. YTV was like Canada's Cartoon Network. We had Uh-Oh, which was a game show. Think of it like Double Dare, but with lots more splooge in it. And we had, what else we had? We had Video and Arcade Top 10, which was basically Nick Arcade, but for Canadians. So it was pretty cool. We had a host on there named Nicholas Pickles. He was ridiculous. And we had, I don't know, it was great. So the only times I really got to watch cartoons all day was when I went to my grandparents or my cousin Mark. Now, my cousin Mark, he is obsessed with cartoons to almost a borderline unhealthy amount, to the point where he had a Ninja Turtle themed wedding and he married a redhead. I'm a little suspicious. I'm a little suspicious about your intentions there, Mark, as to why you married a redhead. I know she's your wife, and I know you like her a lot, but come on, dude. You know why you went after the redhead. We know why you wanted the redhead. You, you just like, you wanted his April O'Neil. He got his April O'Neil. So, good for him. But I know you love her, but I know why you went after her. Anyways, we went to Mark's house and again, that's what we would do during the day. We would watch cartoons all day and, there. And